Hello and welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. And I am here today to talk about healing naturally. Our bodies are designed to heal themselves. This is the blueprint. As humanity, we have forgotten our blueprint. We have forgotten who we are. We have no clue how beautiful and magnificent we are. Our bodies are spectacular. They have all kinds of magic inside. When we break a bone, all we have to do is set it, and the body does the rest. It's really a magical process when you start to think about it. You don't have to do anything to get your body to fix itself when it breaks a bone. Sprains, cuts, bruises, burns, blisters, they all heal themselves completely naturally. So why don't the internal things heal naturally? Why do we have diseases that we need pills and all sorts of fancy treatments to heal? Why are our bodies simply not healing these things? Well, we've been taught that our bodies don't heal those things. We've been taught that we need fancy medical procedures, pills, all kinds of things. We are taught that doctors are the experts and that they're the only ones that know anything at all about our bodies. Yet they never talk about our body's natural innate ability to heal itself. Why is that? When I found myself facing cancer about 10 years ago, I looked at the medical model and I looked at their treatments for this thing. And I saw that chemo, radiation, long-term pharmaceuticals. Hey, Lori, glad you could make it. Hey, Brenny. I saw the medical model's answer to this. I saw that they don't have a cure for cancer. And I saw the people that went through chemo and radiation, and I watched this process. And to me, that process seemed really, really intense and really, really scary. And it seemed that it took a really long time. And frankly, I really wasn't into it at all. I thought there had to be a better way, an easier way, a more natural way. And I sat down and I looked at my options and I looked at my body and I thought, what do I know about my body? I thought, I know for certain that every single time I've ever had a cut, a bruise, a break, a sprain, that my body has always healed itself automatically without me having to do anything other than support it through the process. And I thought, why in the world wouldn't my body just heal itself? Figured if it healed itself from one thing, it's going to heal itself from everything. So I decided that I was going to discover how to get my body to heal itself. Because at that point, I was so miserable in my life that I really, truly didn't care whether I lived or died. I thought, I'm going to discover this one way or the other. If I don't discover it, hey, resolution, great. I won't have to worry about it anymore because I won't have my body anymore. And frankly, at that point in time, I was totally fine with that. option. And I was also totally fine with finding the answer and becoming masterful with my own body. So I decided that I would start to become masterful with my own body. And when I was looking at my predicament, it was completely obvious to me that my misery was causing my physical disease. I had been living in this state of unending stress, feeling badly about myself, feeling stressed and depressed and anxious. And it was obvious that those things were my problem, that it really wasn't my body, that though if I cleared out those things, if I addressed those issues and brought myself back into balance, it was quite clear to me that my body would heal itself. So that was my approach to healing. I didn't go the medical route. I didn't try to fix my body. And it turns out my body was never broken. There was never anything wrong with my body. My body was responding to my emotional stress, my emotional dis-ease. And it turns out that this is the blueprint of our bodies. Our bodies are designed by God, source, creator, universe, nature, whatever word you want to use. They are designed in divine perfection. And the blueprint is that they respond to our emotional crises, to our stress in very predictable ways, and they heal themselves for free, naturally. There are things that we can do to support them in the healing process, but our bodies are not broken, they're not diseased, and they're not sick. Our bodies are literally working on our behalf in every moment of every day. But we have been lied to. We're being told day in and day out that there's some doctor somewhere that's an expert, and that you need that expert in order to heal yourself, that you need the medical system to do the healing for you. And as long as you believe that, that's exactly what you need, because you are the creator of your reality. We are each here. We are divine beings of light, created in the image of Creator, meaning that anything the Creator can do, we can do too. There have been grand teachers that came long before this time period that told us the same message. We are each creating our own reality. And what we believe is what gets reflected back. And we are told to believe that we need pills and experts in order to do the healing for us. And as long as we continue to believe that, that will continue to be the reality. But there's a completely different reality that's available to each and every one of us. The reality in which our bodies literally heal themselves naturally and for free. No waiting, no copay, no pre-approval necessary, just straight on healing. And we have to look at how to facilitate that. It's not about our bodies, it's about how to bring ourselves, body, mind, and soul, back into alignment. Body, mind, and soul are one thing, three pieces of one being. The body and the soul are perfect. There's nothing wrong with either of those parts. However, our minds have been controlled for a very, very long time. We are taught what to think, when to think, how to think, and what to think. And as long as we are thinking the thoughts that we have been taught to think, we are literally being controlled by external forces. But you are creating your own reality, and your reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, your emotions. When your mind has been taught to think thoughts that are completely contrary to the truth of the soul, then you're in for a wild ride. But when each of us starts to tune inside, when we get quiet and we tune in to what we actually know, infinite universal intelligence is available to each and every one of us. Source wisdom is literally at our disposal. We can ask any question and receive an answer directly from God, source, universe itself. We don't need some other expert. Source itself, God itself, is the expert. You are the expert on you. There's nobody else that has any influence over you unless you give it to them. You and source, all you need. When you start to tune into your blueprint, your divine blueprint, you are the creator. Your body is designed to heal itself. It's all of the programming that we've received that says we're not okay. And as long as we believe that we're not okay, something's wrong, we're in danger, then that becomes our reality. The truth of the matter is, there's nothing wrong with you. There never has been, there never will be. You are the soul. You are source itself. You are a non-physical being having a physical experience. You've been trained to look only at the physical and ignore the non-physical. So you're looking at yourself as your body and ignoring the fact that you are divinity itself. There's nothing in this physical realm that has any power or control over you, unless you give it power, give it control over you. The fact of the matter is that your body is literally your best friend. Your body is always on your side. Your body is always working on your behalf. We're just inundated with message after message, commercial after commercial. Ask your doctor, find out if this pill is right for you, blah, blah, blah. Day in and day out, programming, messaging. And if you keep listening to the messaging, you're going to message yourself right to death. These bodies are designed to live for hundreds of years. Some of the scientists that are studying epigenetics are now starting to discover that that's actually the blueprint. We've just been taught that we only have a specific lifespan. And because our thoughts create our reality, when we believe that we're only going to live 70, 80, 90 years, 100 if we're really lucky, then that becomes our reality. And we just age ourselves. Oh, now I'm 40. Oh, Up 50. Uh-oh, I'm over the hill now. It's all downhill. And our reality simply follows those beliefs. You literally don't have to age. It's completely optional. We've just all been taught to believe the exact same things. So it's time to take our power back. Let's stop believing everything they tell us to believe. Let's stop listening to the controllers. And let's start controlling our own minds. Let's start noticing that there's nothing that we need to control. That when we open up and we bring body, mind, and soul back into alignment, source itself flows straight through us. Divinity flows through us. Our light starts to turn back on. We start to live in a higher frequency vibration instead of living in the heavy, dense vibrations, the gross frequencies of fear and doubt and guilt and shame and all of those heavy things. We start to move our attention up into the higher realms, into the higher, more refined energies of peace and ease and joy, freedom, dignity, honor, respect. And we start living a higher frequency life. And we start to live a higher frequency life, the frequency of our bodies raises, and our bodies start to respond, and they start to heal, and they come back into balance. When we rebalance mind and soul, the body automatically rebalances itself for free, naturally. No pills required, no fancy medical treatments required. But we have to break ourselves of the programming. We have to break the spell that has been cast. We have to be willing to take responsibility for ourselves. When we take responsibility for ourselves, we take responsibility for ourselves as well. And we start to realize that our cells are not attacking us. Our bodies are not trying to kill us. Our bodies are trying to stay alive. Our bodies are trying to weather the storms, the constant attacks from the external world. Trauma after trauma after trauma, shock after shock after shock. When we place our attention on the external world, we get shocked on a regular basis. A lot of the times, those shocks, we're so used to being shocked by the news, by commercials, by movies, that we don't even notice that we're being traumatized by the external world. And our bodies are responding to every trauma that we are not able to resolve. When we stop allowing ourselves to be traumatized, and when we start to learn how to clear out the traumas and dramas, we start to learn how to rebalance our energy. We start to focus on the soul, on the inside, on who we are. We can start to manage our state of being, and we can start to be peaceful. We can start to be happy. We can start to be confident and certain simply by choosing to be these things. Your health is a direct reflection of your state of being. Are you allowing yourself to be worried, anxious, frightened, in doubt, in fear, in constant worry? Then your reality is going to reflect that. But when you choose to be a different version of yourself, the version that's capable, confident, certain, happy, peaceful, carrying yourself with dignity and honor and respect, all of your cells come into alignment with that. The only thing you have any control over is your own state of being. And if you allow yourself to believe that there's something wrong with you, then that's the state of being that you're in. And your body's going to reflect that. But you don't have to be in that state of being. You don't have to be constantly traumatized, told that you better do this or else, or you're going to get sick. Why? Why would you create that? You're a creator. You get to create health. Health is not something that we achieve. It's something that we create. It's something that we choose. And then when we choose to be that, to be the healthy, happy version of ourselves, then we start to make our choices in accordance to that. When we choose to be at our best, we don't choose to eat cupcakes and bags of Doritos as our normal fare. We don't choose to eat things out of boxes that are not even real food. We start to make better quality choices for ourselves. We start to tune into things that actually feed our soul, nourish our bodies, nourish our spirit. We stop watching the news. We stop listening to all the propaganda, and we start tuning in to source inside. We start to choose higher quality experiences for ourselves. We choose to spend our time doing things that bring enjoyment, things that allow us to connect to our true nature, things that allow us to connect to nature itself. We stop wasting our time filling our heads with fear-based news stories and propaganda. And we learn to nourish ourselves. We learn to treat ourselves better. We learn to think more highly of ourselves. We learn to create a much better relationship with our bodies. We choose to start asking and tuning into the body. What do you actually need today? Dear body, I could sit in front of this computer 12 hours a day, but the body is probably not going to be extremely happy about that. Our bodies are meant to move, to get us outside in nature so we can move around, so we can be active. When we sit like a bump on a log in front of the computer or in front of the TV, we rust like the Tin Man. And we go, oh, I don't know why I can't move. I'm getting so sore. Well, duh. What does your body need? It needs to be nourished. It needs to be fed. It needs good, clean foods, clean water. It needs to be moved. You don't have to go to the gym and sweat your ass off for an hour every day. Your body actually doesn't really appreciate that always. But it does need to be moved. It needs to go out and do things. It needs to be given fresh air and sunshine. Just start to notice the programming, start to notice what you're being told about your body. You are the expert on your body. You are the expert on you. You are the only one that can choose your own state of being. It's the only thing you have any control over. You have no control over the external world, but you do have control over your state of being, and you can choose any state of being that you desire. Healthy, wealthy, wise, happy are all equally available choices, but they're choices. You have to choose. Stop looking for somebody else to heal you, to fix you. You're not broken, but you have been lied to. You have been programmed. Start to see what's going on. Start to realize your magnificence. Start to see how spectacular you and your body are. And choose to become a team with your body. Open up, allow your soul to come in. Start tuning in to the infinite, immortal being you are. Stop allowing yourself to be scared and programmed to death. We are immortal beings. We are non-physical beings. We have the ability to live here on this gorgeous planet for hundreds of years. But we have to stop killing ourselves. We have to stop killing the planet. We have to stop waging war on everything. We have to return to peace. When we return ourselves to peace, we return peace to humanity. We restore peace to this beautiful planet. We start living in harmony within ourselves, and then with the earth, the plants, the animals, and the other humans around us. Stop trying to kill off cancer cells. They're your own cells and they're serving you. Stop waging war on your body. Stop allowing the programming to convince you to wage war on your own body. Your body is your best friend. Your body is here at your service. Your body is reflecting your state of being. If you're allowing yourself to be in fear, anxiety, guilt, shame, blame, you can choose a higher, more enjoyable state of being. Happy, peaceful, at ease, comfortable, confident. All states of being are available to choose from. Choose wisely, and your body will thank you. We are in the midst of the great awakening. We're awakening to realize how divine we are. We're awakening to recognize there's a whole other way to be on this planet. And it all starts with you. If you need assistance, if you would like to learn the quick, easy, simple way to take charge of your state of being, this is my specialty. I teach you how to heal your own body easily, simply. You are the one that's in charge. You have everything you need built right in. You have to choose it. I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to reach out to me, please find me at connectingyoutoyou.com. My book is called The Simplicity of Self-Healing. You can find that on Amazon. And my Facebook group is Soul Sourced Healing. Love to have you join me. So please feel free to reach out. I'd love to speak with you. So thanks again for watching Lunch with Lisa. Until next week, choose for yourself a great week. Bye for now.